Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Ryan Prosick. The Christmas season is right around the corner, and the Hazleton Parks and Recreation Department is hosting a Christmas Village event in hopes of getting people into the holiday spirit. We spoke with Parks and Recreation Director Allie McKittrick about what people can expect at the event.
So Christmas Village, this is our second annual. It's actually right there on Church Street and Diamond Avenue at Memorial Park. If you pass by that area, you'll see the huts already set up. It's kicking off this Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on there. We have food vendors, merchandise vendors, so you can get your little gifts for Christmas. We have reindeer games for the kids. We have hot chocolate. We're going to have music in the air. It's going to be a wonderful time for everybody.
And a special guest will be arriving at the event.
Santa Claus is coming. We're expecting him around 5:30, and it's right after the Santa Claus parades, which are happening throughout the city of Hazleton. So there's different routes for 3 different weeks starting this Sunday, and all of them end up at Memorial Park at the Christmas Village at around 5:30.
McKittrick said some special Santa games will also be offered at the event.
We have outdoor things. So there's going to be ring toss. We're going to have a giant bowling ball set. We're going to have, it's just a lot of little challenges for the kids, but there's going to be a tic-tac-toe. And we did not offer this last year, so this is a new thing we're featuring this year. But yeah, so I'm excited about that, and the kids can win prizes, so come on out and win some prizes.
McKittrick said that although the Christmas Village will be held on December 3rd, 10th, and 17th, the third Sunday will have a unique twist.
The Christmas Villages were the 3 weeks starting this Sunday, so the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th. On the 17th, Unico is actually having a huge Bon Natality Festival, and that is happening from 3 to 6:30, same place. And they have a live nativity. They have vendors also. They have games. There's a ton of stuff going on. So if you guys want to come out in that way, it's all part of the Christmas Village season this year. And we just hope that you all come join us.
The second annual Christmas Village will be hosted at Memorial Park in Hazleton and will run the first 3 Sundays of December from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Crews were called to the area of Route 940 and Harley Boulevard Wednesday evening for a report of a motor vehicle accident with entrapment. When crews arrived on scene, they found the accident to be between a passenger car and a piece of heavy equipment with one occupant trapped. Injuries were reported in the crash, but it is unknown the extent of the injuries suffered or what caused the crash in Hazel Township. Wassailfest is returning to downtown Hazleton this Friday, and a multitude of businesses and organizations will be taking part in the event, including the Hazleton Art League. We spoke with Executive Director Mark Peterson about the exhibit that will be opening to coincide with Wassailfest.
This particular exhibition is special. It's going to run from December 1st through January 26th, and we are featuring our member masters. These are our Hazleton Art League members who won awards during the 2022 members exhibition. We've got Jane Klesch-Bukowski, we have Jamie Lee DeNoia, we have Brett Huttenstein, we have Dave McGeehan, we have Lisa Marie Ferry, and we have Joe Adang, all coming together. These are excellent artists. They're members of the Hazleton Art League, and we are so proud to have them here in our gallery.
Peterson also teased a bit of the artwork people may be seeing if they visit the exhibit.
Well, every artist has different techniques and styles. For example, Jane was the award winner for the 2D artwork. That's her paintings, and she's well known for her portraiture and her landscapes, especially cityscapes that feature after the rain scenes. And then you have Jamie Lee DeNoia, who was the 3D winner of that exhibition, and she's going to be doing an installation in our safe, which is a really interesting thing because this is something that we want to promote, doing installations in the safes. We have 3D art with Brett Huttenstein doing stained glass and Dave McGeehan doing his wood carving. It's a really varied exhibition, lots of beautiful art, and most of it would be for sale.
According to Peterson, those that choose to visit the Art League will see all sorts of unique creations.
First of all, here in Hazleton, We have an amazing talent pool of artists. This is something that is really special, and people should come to this show to support their local artists. And what they will discover is they will see beautiful scenes of the area. They will see art created by local artists.
The reception for the exhibit will be held from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on December 1st. The Art League will also be hosting vendors that feature the work of local artists during the Wassailfest festivities. A protest is planned for Friday at the School County Courthouse in Pottsville. The protest is headed by the mothers of 2 victims killed in New Philadelphia in October. 18-year-old Hunter Mock and 16-year-old Angel Caraballo were killed on October 10th, with both of their deaths being ruled a homicide. Court documents say Lamore Branch's home was searched in connection with the deaths of the 2 individuals. Branch was taken into custody for a separate incident after the deaths of the teens, but was released from prison when he posted a reduced bail. There is currently no charges against Branch in connection with the deaths. The protest will take place between the School County Courthouse and School County Prison between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Friday. A man has been arrested after Pottsville police say he was firing shots while driving through the city. Pottsville police say David Rivera had been firing shots in the area of South Center Street and Ma Chunk Street when they arrived on the scene on the morning of November 22nd. Police later discovered that Rivera had been firing his weapon out of the vehicle's sunroof. Police obtained an arrest warrant for Rivera, who eventually turned himself in on November 24th. Rivera has been charged with persistent disorderly conduct and recklessly endangering another person. He is currently behind bars of the School County Prison and is being held on $50,000 straight cash bail. Coming up on Wyln News, police ask the public for help in identifying a suspect in a Wegmans theft. Plus, the Santa Express returns to the area on Saturday. But first, take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Monday was over and tomorrow was raining.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. 1224 presents a high-energy rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of the world's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at Hazleton Area High School, 1601 West 23rd Street in Hazel Township, Thursday, December 14th. Show starts at 7:30. Tickets are available at Boscov's at the door or online at wiltycenter.org and eventbrite.com. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, tune in. Ed O'Farrell's going to tell his story about chiropractic care, a CDL driver, and how he lost 70 pounds. So tune in.
Welcome back to Wyln News. A man is wanted by Wilkes-Barre Township Police after police say he stole from Wegmans. According to police, the man shown on the screen entered the Wilkes-Barre Township Wegmans on November 22nd. While in the store, police say the man picked out $129 worth of merchandise, hid the merchandise, and exited the store without paying. If you have any information on the theft, you are asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department at 570-606-4791. Police are looking for 2 suspects that allegedly stole a dog in Columbia County. According to Montour Township Police, the theft occurred at approximately 3:30 p.m. on the afternoon of November 17th near the Catawissa American Legion. Police say that the man and woman pictured on screen stole the dog and fled the scene in a gray pickup truck. If you have any information regarding the identities of the suspects, you are asked to call the Montour Township Police Department at 570-784-5454. The Santa Express will soon be returning to the area. On Saturday, December 2nd, Santa and his elves will be traveling through Hollywood and Partysville to deliver toys and treats to local children and pets. According to one of the event organizers, who asked to remain anonymous in the spirit of giving, the plan is to give out over 500 gifts during the ride. The ride will conclude at the Partysville Playground at 4:30 p.m., where a benefit will be held to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia's Pediatric Neuro-Oncology Department. The benefit is being held in honor of 22-year-old Brandon Can, who recently lost his battle with cancer. The benefit will feature crafts for kids, free photos with Santa, and food and drinks available for purchase. Tricky trades will also be available, including 2 Eagles tickets for the December 31st game against the Cardinals. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, we recap some NBA action on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Pottsville Part 3. So stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
Chris Kindlefest and holiday concert featuring the Hazleton Philharmonic Symphony Orchestra directed by Robert Lagana will be held Saturday, December 2nd at Christ Lutheran Church, Church and Green Streets in Hazleton, with beautiful crafts for sale, a tricky tray auction, and make sure you check out their Tannenbaum Tea Room, where you can enjoy tea, scones, and other treats. Experience a full light and sound display featuring the Nativity message, and St. Nicholas will make an appearance. The concert starts at 4 and there's no admission fee. Check out Chris Kindlefest at the Christ Lutheran Church.
Lehigh Valley Tupper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazleton region. The new cancer center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now open and offers an advanced radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, and the latest telemedicine technologies. The Cancer Center at LVH Hazleton, offering world-class cancer care closer to home. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/Hazleton Cancer Center.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Thursday edition of Let's Talk Sports. I said we were going to talk some NBA action, and that is what we are going to do. We talked about the game a little bit yesterday, and I hope it's a good one. Defensive Player of the Year implications, playoff spot implications. Hopefully Geno Smith is healed and gives us a good game, or else it's going to be another Cowboys blowout. But like I said, let's talk about the NBA. They're in-season tournaments going on right now, and I almost mistaken that because there's so many tournaments in the NBA now, it's hard to keep up the play-in, the in-season tournament. The only tournament I like is when 68 teams get together in March and duke it out to see who is the best one standing. But anyway, we're going to talk about NBA action last night. We had the Lakers at the Pistons, and the Pistons, I don't think there's a nice thing I could say about them. They're 2-16. They're getting blown out every game. Of course, D'Angelo Russell, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis had a great game. D'Angelo Russell had 35 points and 9 assists. Cade Cunningham had 15 points for the Pistons, but it's just one of those years for Detroit where it doesn't seem like it's going to be getting brighter for them anytime soon. This draft class doesn't have an unquestioned number one or even unquestioned top 2 or 3 in the lottery. It's just one of those years where the draft class is weaker. There's no Anthony Edwards, not even a LaMelo Ball type. James Wiseman, who's on the Pistons at this point, coincidentally. None of those guys, and there's no Andrew Wiggins or Ben Simmons type prospects either. So it looks like the Pistons will try to get it together. They would much rather win the lottery last year, but hey, we all can't get Victor Wembanyama, can we? It's just one of those things where it happens. And speaking of struggling teams, the Wizards fell to the Magic last night, 139-20. The Wizards are right ahead of the Pistons. They're at 3-15 instead of 2-16. They at least have some brighter young spots. Kyle Kuzma's been playing good. Denny Abiha's been playing amazing, adding 22 points before he left with injury last night. Jordan Poole's been up and down. Daniel Gafford's provided some quality minutes, but the Magic are just the better team with Franz Wagner. He had 31 points and 6 rebounds. Paulo Banchero couldn't get it quite done last night, but he's still been a solid second-year player, especially with that stretch he had early in the season. And then Jalen Suggs added another 20 points as well. But anyway, it's one of those things where the Magic might make some noise in the playoffs, and the Wizards definitely will not. And we move on to the Suns at the Raptors. Raptors win 112-105. You know who the top contributor for the Suns was? Not Devin Booker. He had a rough night shooting. Not Kevin Durant. He played great, but not him. It was Yusef Nurkic was the top performer of the night. 19 points, 14 boards, 6 assists. Great night from Nurkic, and that trade looks like it's going to pay off for them. Even though they didn't get the win here, Jakob Poeltl is a okay defensive matchup for Nurkic, and he quite proved just that. Scotty Barnes had 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks for the Raptors, and Pascal Siakam also contributed big in the win. We also have the Grizzlies at the Jazz. Another blowout. The game was over by the second. The score is going to be a lot closer, 105-91. Desmond Bane got it done for the Grizzlies, 17 points, 7 boards, 9 assists. David Roddy was the hot shooter of the night, coming out with a couple of threes. Walker Kessler almost had a triple-double for the Jazz, though. 9 points, 8 boards, and 6 blocks. How about that? That's an incredible stat line. A great haul from the Rudy Gobert trade a couple of years back. We also had the 76ers at the Pelicans, and this game was over before it started. Honestly, folks, when Joel Embiid gets scratched due to whatever it was last night, it's just not going to go your way. They lost by 10. It felt like a lot more than that. Tyrese Maxey had 33 points, trying to will the Sixers back into it. He's an absolute star. And Zion Williamson, like I said about the Pistons, there are no prospects like him either. 33 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. CJ McCollum came back from injury from a punctured lung and added a couple of points off the bench. Actually, he was starting, my bad. He just ran some cardio. He's getting the lungs back together, but he added about 20 points. And like I said, for the Sixers, just a rough night without Embiid. 2 more games we have to get to, the Nuggets and the Rockets. 134 for the Nuggets, 124 for the Rockets. Nikola Jokic, what's there left for me to say about this man? 32 points, 10 boards, 15 assists, triple-double. Just like clockwork for this guy. I mean, he wants to go back to Serbian race horses at this point. I don't blame him. He's more interested in horse racing than basketball, and good for him for having hobbies. That's all I'll say, because it's incredible that, it doesn't seem like he's as devoted to the game of basketball as other people are. I'm not questioning his mental toughness or loyalty to the game, because he puts all the work in and then some. But it's refreshing to see a guy whose hobby isn't basketball, it's horse racing, and it was really cool to see his teammates watch his horses race. That was after the finals last year. That was a really nice touch. But Jalen Green almost had a triple-double for the Rockets, but not good enough. The Nuggets are 9-0 at home, and they look to continue their dominance and maybe defend their NBA title. We finished up with the Clippers at the Kings. Clippers 131, Kings 117. Kawhi had 34 points and 9 boards. De'Aaron Fox had 40 points for the Kings. But that does it for this NBA wrap-up. We're going to talk about Thursday Night Football tomorrow and give our week. What week are we in again? It's getting quick on us. Week 13. We're going to give our game picks. The season's going by too fast, but we're going to give our game picks for that. Eagles, Niners, and all the other good games. But we'll be back here tomorrow on Let's Talk Sports. See you then.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazelton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, La-Z-Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
The sisters at Holy Annunciation Monastery are in desperate need of newspaper for bedding for their horses. You can drop off your old newspapers at the monastery at 403 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call them at 570-788-1205 for pickup. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Numerous hospitals sprang up in Pottsville as the 20th century began. The Pottsville Hospital was founded in 1895, originally under the name the Hospital of Pottsville. One of the early interns at the hospital was Dr. Joseph L. Warren, who would later open his own clinic at the corners of Montongo and 2nd Streets, the Lemos B. Warren Clinic, named in memory of his wife, who had died from a septic ulcer in 1919. Dr. Warren sold the clinic to the city of Pottsville in 1945, shortly before his death. It had been merged with the Pottsville Hospital in 1963, which had by then come to its current location on South Jackson Street and operated for decades under the combined name the Pottsville Hospital and Warren Clinic. A third medical facility in Pottsville opened in the Mauch Chunk Street in 1921 as the A.C. Milliken Hospital, named for the landowner whose property it was originally built on. Within a few years, the hospital became overcrowded at that location and was sold to the Catholic Church. The Sisters of the Sacred Heart took control of the hospital, which they named Good Samaritan Regional Medical Center. Good Samaritan would eventually move to East Arch and North Wolf Streets. It merged with the Pottsville Hospital Warren Clinic in 2008, and the combined company was purchased by Lehigh Valley Health Network in 2016. They operate today under the banner of Schuylkill Regional Medical Center. 1905 saw the birth of a literary legend in Pottsville. John O'Hara entered the world on January 31st of that year, the son of a prominent doctor. O'Hara would live in the city until 1928, when he moved on to embark on his literary career, which would produce such classics as Appointment in Samara, Butterfield 8, The Farmer's Hotel, and From the Terrace. Many of O'Hara's stories are set in the fictional Gibbsville, which was very much based on Pottsville indeed. Other area towns appear in his work in fictional guise. Minersville is Collierville, Tamaqua is Taqua, Frackville is Mountain City, and so on. Many of the frequent themes of O'Hara's works, of alienation and class conflict, were based on his experiences growing up in Pottsville. The house he grew up in on Montongo Street still stands today as a private residence. The National Football League was founded in 1919 at a meeting at Ralph Hayes' Hupmobile store in Canton, Ohio. Many teams would play in the league during its early years, but one of the few still remembered today is the Pottsville Maroons. Originally founded in 1920 as the independent Pottsville 11, they played their games at Minersville Park on the west side of the city. In 1924, another prominent Pottsville doctor, John Striegel, purchased the team, and it gained the name Maroons after local sporting goods supplier Joe Zacco gave the franchise jerseys of that color. Striegel in 1925 applied for and received permission to enter the NFL. The 1925 Pottsville team, coached by Dick Rauch and featuring such stars as Charlie Berry, Walter French, and Tony Latone, was one of the best teams in the league, racing to a 9-1-1 record late in the season. The championship seemed to be theirs when they defeated the then Chicago Cardinals in late November. However, the team made the fateful decision to play a team of Notre Dame All-Stars at Shibe Park in Philadelphia, which was in the home territory of their rivals, the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. Frankfurt management filed a protest with the league, and although Pottsville will win the game, League Commissioner Joe Carr stripped the Maroons of the league championship in a decision that remains controversial to this date. The Cardinals were named league champions, and various attempts to restore the title to the Maroons over the years have thus far proven unsuccessful. Nonetheless, the Maroons have their own championship trophy made for them out of coal. Today, the Pro Football Hall of Fame has possession of it. The Maroons would be unable to repeat their success in subsequent years, and the franchise relocated to Boston in 1929, becoming the Bulldogs. It would fold after one season in Boston. Pottsville High School was originally founded in 1853. The school was located in various parts of the city over the decades, including on Jackson Street from 1876 to 1894, West Norwegian Street from 1894 to 1916, and 12th and Marcus Streets from 1916 to 1933. In 1930, Pottsville voters approved a measure for using $900,000 loan to build a new high school on 16th Street and Elk Avenue. The current Pottsville area high school, popularly known as the Castle on the Hill and sporting strong Italian architecture, opened for students in 1933. It would take in students from the former Port Carbon High School in 1956 and from St. Clair High School in 1989. Crimson Tide athletics have long been the source of pride for Schuylkill County, as Pottsville area's football team is one of the winningest in the state. It would reach particularly strong heights in the 70s and early 80s under coach Bill Flynn, who would win 162 games in 2 stints as the Crimson Tide's coach, including the 1978 Eastern Conference Class A title. Pottsville area's baseball and basketball teams also attained great success under coach Jim Steidle. Steidle, in 43 years as baseball coach, won 574 games and 4 District 11 championships, and coached 7 eventual Major League players, including Chris Nabholz. In 15 years as basketball coach, Steidle won an additional 277 games and 3 district titles. Pottsville area's basketball facility, Martz Hall, also known as the Mecca, has become an iconic court in the region. In addition to high school basketball, Martz Hall was also, for several seasons, the home of the Atlantic Basketball Association's Pottsville Stingers. The inaugural 1993-94 Stingers would win the very first Atlantic Basketball Association title, defeating the Scranton Miners. After several seasons in Pottsville, they moved south to Orwigsburg and became the Schuylkill Stingers before folding.
And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.